Ever noticed how much of your day can feel like it's running on a script you didn't write?
Yeah, like opening an app without thinking. Or eating and not really tasting anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we unpack the insights from those fascinating sources you provide, and we try to distill them into, actionable knowledge.
And today, we're diving into a really powerful chapter from your notes all about something called Autopilot.
Right. And our mission today is basically to equip you with some immediate, tangible ways to spot those moments and maybe reclaim a bit more awareness.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's unpack this first. Your notes describe autopilot really well. It's not just being absent-minded, is it?
No, not quite. It's framed more as a deeply ingrained internal script. It's this sort of quiet, subtle force that, if we don't pay attention, can kind of dictate a lot of our lives, often without us even realizing it's happening.
Like driving a familiar route almost with your eyes closed, just relying purely on habit.
Exactly. And what's really insightful here, I think, is how mindfulness comes in.
Right.
It's not about trying to control every single thought or action, That sounds exhausting. It's more about just gently taking the wheel consciously to see where you're actually going.
Okay.
Your sources suggest this autopilot is often our brain just being efficient, trying to save energy on routine stuff.
Makes sense.
But the key is noticing when that efficiency starts to disconnect you from, living intentionally. And that's where conscious observation is so important.
And what I found really interesting in this chapter was how sneaky autopilot can be, how it creeps into just everyday moments.
Totally. It's not just about the big life decisions.
No, the material you provided points to really subtle things like eating a whole meal and not noticing a single flavor.
Or opening Instagram without even remembering why you picked up your phone in the first place.
Yes. Or just giving an automatic answer to someone without checking in with how you actually feel inside. It's kind of startling how common these unconscious loops are.
It really is. And recognizing those moments, the mindless scrolling, the automatic yes, that's the first step to breaking the script.
So that raises the big question. How do we even start catching ourselves?
Well, the advice offered is actually pretty straightforward, but powerful. Next time you find yourself reaching for your phone, maybe,
Okay.
just pause for literally a second and ask, okay, but why am I doing this right now? You might realize it's boredom or maybe a bit of anxiety or, just pure habit.
And that moment of asking why is where the shift starts.
Exactly. That self-inquiry. Your sources really stress how these tiny recognitions build up over time.
Okay, so we can learn to spot it. But how do the sources suggest we actually shift out of it?
Yeah.
I saw something called the Mindfulness Radar mentioned.
Yeah, that one's great. It's not just stopping. It's like a little internal diagnostic routine.
How does it work?
So you stop for maybe 5 seconds. Then you question, what am I really feeling? What do I actually need?
Okay, quick.
Then you answer honestly, I want this cigarette because I feel stressed. Then breathe deeply. And then you make a conscious choice. Act on the impulse. Or maybe let it go this time.
And you could apply that to almost anything, right? A cigarette, the phone, procrastination, even saying something sharp.
Absolutely. It creates that crucial space.
There's also that simpler one, the 3-second stop.
Oh, yeah. I love that one for its simplicity.
Yeah.
You just pick one specific habit, maybe checking your phone or hitting send on an email, and you just freeze for 3 seconds before you act.
Observe.
Just observe what happens in that tiny pause. No judgment. Your notes explain that this brief stop is often enough to kind of interrupt the automatic pathway.
It lets a conscious choice sneak in instead of just the habit.
Precisely.
There was a really good case study in the material, too, about smoking.
Ah, yes. The person asking themselves, do I really want the cigarette now?
Or do I just want one because I don't have any and that feels uncomfortable?
Right. And that, noticing the discomfort, that internal feeling, led to a conscious pause between the urge and the action.
That really captures what emerging from autopilot looks like, doesn't it? Creating that space.
It really does.
So, beyond these specific exercises, your sources also mention some lovely, maybe more subtle ways to weave this awareness into just ordinary life.
Yeah, some nice little extras, like using music.
Oh.
The material specifically mentions Ólafur Arnalds' Near Light as a potential, anchor.
An anchor.
Yeah, when you feel yourself drifting into that automatic zone, maybe putting that piece on can be a gentle signal to just come back to the present.
That's a beautiful idea. Or trying to eat just one meal mindfully.
Yes, without rushing, no phone, not doing 5 other things.
Just feeling the texture, the taste, the smell.
Even brewing tea slowly, like chamomile or linden tea, just watching the steam, smelling it.
Yeah.
It's a simple ritual that brings you back to yourself.
It sounds grounding.
And one more great little mini ritual suggested, just a slight smile every time you catch yourself on autopilot.
Even if you don't feel like smiling.
Yeah, especially then, maybe. It's like a little physical nod to yourself, a signal, okay, I'm here. I've noticed.
I am alive. I am aware. It's a quiet celebration.
Exactly.
You know, this whole idea of autopilot really reveals how much of our lives can just run on these unconscious scripts. We miss so much genuine presence.
That's true. And if you think bigger picture, imagine the richness, the intentionality that could come into your daily life just by adding that conscious pause here and there.
Living more deliberately, yeah. One small moment at a time. So maybe a final thought for you listening. What small automatic action will you choose to just observe today? Maybe pause before doing it.
It's amazing what can happen from that simple act of noticing.
This deep dive into your material really shows how powerful simple awareness can be.